Hi everyone, Joanne here. Long time since I posted a video for you. Hopefully you'll find this really useful because I want to try and give you the opportunity to start getting creative on the piano. If you're a subscriber to the channel, thank you. And one of your goals and one of your priorities is probably learning how to read music. What I'm going to do today is help you get started into becoming a little bit more creative with your music playing and your piano playing. I'm going to give you a nice easy process to follow to get you started, and hopefully from there you'll have a springboard to lead into more improvisation and more opportunities to be creative on this wonderful instrument. Perhaps you've got a classical piece of music and you'd like to see how creative you can get with that. Or maybe you've got a more modern piece of music and you'd like to see what you could make of that. So this short video will show you how to take what you know about sheet music, dissect it, work out what the raw materials are, put it all back together, but put it all back together your way. The first thing that you'll need is a piece that you're learning or a piece in your repertoire that has a very simple left hand bass line, something that's not too complicated and where your left hand doesn't move around too much. Here's the one I'm going to use. It's called the Peaceful Penta Solo from my new book, The Penta Adventure, and I'll use this as an example, but you can use any piece from your repertoire that's got a nice easy bass line. In the interest of time, I'll just play through the first two lines just so that you get the idea about how you can start getting creative with the music that you're playing in your own repertoire. Just to make things a bit more interesting, I'm going to pop on a backing track and play along with that. Let's go. And you can see that's a very straightforward bass pattern. The next thing to have a look at are the notes in the right hand. What notes are in the piece, and that gives you a bit of an idea of the note choice that you've got that you might want to have a play around with. In this little piece, we're just using the first 5 notes of the C major scale. So we've got middle C, D, E, F, and G. And that's it in the whole piece. So why don't we just use those as our pool of notes, and we can have a bit of a play around and see what we can come up with. Well, what can we do with our notes? There's a few things that you can do. You can play them as a run. That means going up or down in order, like this. That would be a run up. You could play them as a run down. You could do some returns, and by returns I mean play a note, play the note next door, and then go back, just like this. That would be a return. And that would be a return. There's another one. There's another one. Let's do some going the other way. And the last thing I did on the end there is another little thing that you can do when you're playing around, and that's repeat a note. So we've got runs, returns, repeats. The other thing that you can do is just reorder the notes. Play them in order, any order that you want to. Any order that you want. One of the other things that you can do is do a relocation. Now I'm going to go out of shot, but I think you'll get the idea. For example, I might play something down here. I've relocated it just an octave higher. So we can not only play the 5 notes down here, but we could also play them up here if we wanted to. So there's some of the things that you can do with the pool of notes that you've got from your right hand. And a third thing to look out for is some target notes. And by target notes, I mean, let's have a look at our piece of music and work out where's a note that we can head towards that we'd like to keep in the piece. We don't necessarily have to throw the baby out with the bathwater and make every single note different and everything about the piece different. We can keep what we like and we can change things that we want to be creative with. So if we have a look at the end of that first line, phrase naturally ends on that D. I'm going to keep that D. That's going to be my target note. And if we have a look at the next line, okay, that phrase seems to want to come to an end on that C. So I'm going to keep that C as well. So in my piece of music, I'm going to keep that D target note and I'm going to keep the C as a target note, and everything else is pretty much up for grabs. I think one of the trickiest things about playing around with music and making up your own thing is the rhythm. Very, very easy to try and cram too many notes into your music and then all of a sudden you're out of time. One of the easiest ways to overcome that is just to use the rhythm in the piece of music that you've learnt. For example, if we have a look at the first two lines, we've got some crotchets in the right hand, we've got some rest, we've got all sorts of bits and pieces. Let's just copy that rhythm but put in our own notes. Another approach that you can take is, rather than look at the whole piece and try and do everything all in one go, just have a go at playing around with small sections at a time. So let's have a go at it. Let's just do the second line. And there we go. I just made up my own thing. Let's have a go at replacing the notes in the first line as well. So let's try and play around with line 1 and line 2 and see what we can come up with. And there you have it. I just created my own little melody over that really, really simple bass line. Of course, once you get into it and you get the hang of it, you get used to the sound that the notes make and you get used to the style of the piece, you're not constrained to play the rhythm that's originally there. You can make up whatever rhythm you want that fits in with the beat of the music. So here we go. Let's play the whole solo and then I will muck around. I'll keep to the rhythm in the first two lines and then the last two lines I'll just not really think about anything, just play what I feel. And there you have it. That's how you can take a piece of music that you've learned how to play and gradually start to make it your own. Start playing off the page. Take the elements and the raw materials that are there and make something new. If you're interested in the piece that I used in the video, it's from my new book, The Penta Adventure. There are 10 pieces of music in that book that you can use to develop this skill. You'll learn how to play the Penta scale in all keys, any register on the piano in a whole range of different styles. All of the music comes with backing tracks. All you need to do is download the PDF, load in the backing tracks to make your music experience and your music learning so much more enjoyable. And I'll see you next time.